I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. Today we're going to look at target faces, and in particular the new Decut target face. Now Decut is a Chinese company. Let's start off. They've produced a few little, when I say little items, specific target related items. That being, they started with like weight scales for archery, digital devices, arrow cut-off saws, aimed very much at the target market. These target faces are new. So first off, I'm going to look at your normal target face. So this is your normal paper target face here. You can kind of see what it looks like. This is my target face from being outside for a few days. So they tend to rip, and in the wet they kind of fall off the target. So when I was shooting the Nationals in Adelaide, it was wet weather and we're shooting at paper target faces, and the paper target faces are just tearing. My arrows are going straight through the target butt. And even though we'd mark our arrows, we'd have 5 pass-throughs on one end, and the target face was just a mess. So it was just a waste of time, in my opinion. Now this is actually my target face from the Nationals. This is paper. It's paper reinforced. Now these cost about $1 each. So they tend not to tear very much, but they tend to fall apart, like you sort of see here. Now there's basically three types of materials to make target face out. Target faces out of. This is a straight paper target face, so it tears nice and easy. So that's a paper target face, sells for $1. Now this is a reinforced target face, so it still tears, but it's reinforced with fabric. That sells for $1. Now this target face from Decut, I've been shooting at literally all day. This is a material target face. So let's pull the arrows out. And this end for me was a much better end than normal faces. In the past, the people who make material target faces are Fivix, and I believe JVD make material target faces. But they tend to be expensive. So a 122 centimeter target face, which might be about $5 or $6 in paper, in materials about $20. So Decut is new on the scene in targets. Okay, so this is the Decut target face. Now Decut own the feeder license number 10, so it's all feeder approved, and they make the entire range of feeder target faces, that being feeder field, indoor and outdoor target faces. So this is the material they use. So you can't, maybe I need to eat Weet-Bix, but you can't tear the thing. So in water this is going to be fine. Now this target face I've used, I shot Saturday. It was hanging up in the shop on Friday, so we shot it Friday all day Saturday, and all day today I've been shooting it. And this is what the target face looks like. Let's zoom up nice and close. Sorry, I can't see. So there's one. You can kind of see that, like, there's a hole there, but it's not too bad. It's not like paper, which kind of falls apart. This is definitely stronger, and it's going to be a lot better in the weather. Now, like I said, with JVD and Fivix, material target faces are about, I'm going to say 3 to 4 times the cost of paper. As a result, a lot of clubs would prefer to use paper target faces just because of the pure cost. Even though the material target faces do last longer than paper, there's no question about that. The question is, how much longer do they last? Now this is an indoor target face. And what you're going to say with indoor, well, you only shoot it once, so you'd shoot 30 or 60 arrows at it, so hence the paper comes in. But let's just look at the price of this, $1.30 versus $1. The difference between Decut material target faces and paper target faces is about 20% extra. So I'm probably going to get these numbers wrong. The 122 target face, which is just a paper target face, let's say is about $6 in paper and maybe $7 or $8 in a material. Now for that, there's no question about which target face is better. In fact, in some of the Decut target faces, they're actually as cheap as paper. So I find them really durable. You can't tear it, not affected by weather, and to me there's really nothing else like this in value as far as price. Now the other target face is plastic, and I've compared the plastic before. I'm pretty sure I've done a video on it. I found the plastic target face lasted longer than the paper. Obviously, it held together really well. It was about twice the price of the paper target face. Now, I definitely got more than twice the use out of it than a paper target face. But since this target face is, let's say, about 20% more expensive than paper, to me, there's no question about which target face to use. And like I said, they produce every type of target face you can think of is made by Decut, and the price point is excellent. The company is pretty easy to deal with. They're pretty quick to supply. I mean, you pay in advance and then they sort of supply you, but it's all pretty good. You can see there I gave it a bit of a hard time, and it's still kind of all together. Like there's no reason why you wouldn't keep shooting that face for many nights, especially if you're like me, where basically I just keep shooting target faces until they're completely destroyed. So the last question I've got is about, you know, the environmental impact of a plastic versus material versus paper face. For me, I'm just going to get so much more use out of this, because I tend to stick up my target face, leave it outdoors until the thing falls apart. So for me, this is going to be a really good value for money compared to paper. I don't know how the material breaks down as opposed to paper. It's obviously a lot tougher than paper, but it seems pretty good. And like I said, it's all feet legal. So if you want to shoot competitions on this target face, there's no problem doing so. You can shoot world records on this target face. And I think it's quite bright. Yeah, I think it's quite good. So I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies, and like I said, they do produce field faces, the whole range, and we have pretty much all of them in stock right now. So check them out. And thanks for watching. Bye.